Hello there, you are welcome to Slick Learning. I'm Jahangir Alam. Today we are going to learn one of the important topic in maths, that is four operations, means four basic rules that is used in the fractions. So let's see, we are going to learn what are the languages, what are the words we are using while solving the questions based on the fractions. So we will be learning about the language of fractions and then how to add and subtract the fractions and writing in simplest form. And the third one, how we are going to add and subtract the fractions. Fourth one, that would be how to multiply and divide the fractions. And the last one, we are going to learn the reciprocal of a number. Means here number means we are going to learn the reciprocal of a number that will be in the fractions form. So let's move on. Here when we are writing a number that is in the terms of the ratios, we often write that is 4 over 5. Somewhere we used to also pronounce as 4 by 5. Here the number upper one is called numerator and the bottom part that we often referred as the denominator. So from now we'll be reading in this exercise that is 4 over 5. That's it, that is the numerator over denominator. Now when we are writing a number in such a way that numerator is greater than denominator, that is called improper fraction. Here you can see 5 is greater than 3. So that is why it is called as improper fraction. Whenever it is a combination of a whole number and proper fraction. Proper, when we used to say proper, it will be in the form of this. It means numerator is always lesser than denominator. So in this case, we will call this one as proper fractions. So when the numerator will be lesser than a denominator, that would be called as proper fraction. So here mixed fraction means it is the combinations of whole number and proper fractions. Here we can say this one is a proper fractions. As you can see, numerator is lesser than denominator. So we can say the mixed fractions or mixed number is a combinations of whole number and the proper fraction. Let's move on. Whenever you would be asked to simplify a given fractions, you need to find the highest common factor so that if you will divide numerator and denominator, you will get directly to the simplest form. Or you can divide by the only common factor. But you have to again find is there any other common factor to write in the simplest form. Let's see here 6 over 8. We are having 3 that is a factor of 6, but 3 is not a factor of 8. So we need to find the number which is factor of 6 as well as factor of 8. So there is only one number, that is 2 is the factor of 6 and 8. We can divide in both numerator and denominator by 2 to get the simplest form. Here if we will check it again, is there any other number common in between numerator and denominator? We'll find there is only one, that is 1 is common in between 3 and 4. That will be always common. So this is in simplest form. Let's move on to see the more questions based on it. And if you will visualize this one as a diagram at the beginning, we have this one complete object where 8 rectangles, out of 8 rectangles, 6 rectangles are colored. But when we are writing in simplest form, that get converted the 4 rectangles out of which 3 rectangles are colored. So both are equivalent fractions. Let's move on to take a few more examples. Here 6 over 9. Now if you will check it, which number is common in between 6 and 9, you will find 3 is the highest number that is common in between. And after dividing, we are getting 2 over 3, that is the simplest form. Let's see 14 over 35. If you will exercise your brain, you will be getting 7 is common in between 14 and 35. So after dividing, by 7 in both of this numerator and denominator, you will be getting the simplest form, that is 2 over 5. Let's see the more examples. 36 over 42. If you will find the highest number that is common in between these two number, you will be getting that is 6. So you can divide it directly by 6 to get in simplest form, that is 6 over 7. Now here we are keep on dividing by the highest number, but if you are not dividing by the highest factor, you may divide in a multi-steps process. Means suppose you are dividing by first 2, you are getting the, because 2 is a factor of 36 and 42, so you are getting 18 over 21. Again you are finding there is a other factor, that is 3, so you are again dividing by 3, so you are getting, that's the number 6 over 7. So in this case we are dividing by HCF, that is the highest common factor, at one step. In one step we are getting 6 over 7, that is the simplest form. But here we are dividing by the possible factors and we are getting the same result in multi steps. So it is up to you whether you are dividing by highest common factor to get your simplest form in one step, or you can divide by the factors only, by common factors only, to get the same result in simplest form in multi steps. So let's see the next one. We have how to change this one 5 over 4 to a mixed number. If you will write this number in terms of an object, so you can see that there is one complete object we have and the other is 1/4 of it. So we can write 1 as a whole and the 1 over 4 is out of the fractions. So we can write 5 over 4 as 1 and 1 over 4. Similarly, if you would be asked to represent 8 over 3 to a mixed number, you can see that we are getting two whole number and out of 3 parts of the circle, only 2 parts we are getting left. So we can write it as the 2 and 2 over 3. So this is the way that we are going to represent any improper fractions to a mixed number. Let's see how to add and subtract fractions. To add or subtract fractions, we have to find the common denominator if it is needed. If it is not, we have to make it the common denominator. Like here, we can see 5 and 3 are having different denominator of these two fractions. So we have to find the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3. So we are having the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3, that is 15. So we are going to make each fractions the same denominator. So here 1 over 5 will multiply by 3, so that 1 over 5 we are multiplying numerator and denominator by the same number to get, that is 3 over 15. Similarly, we'll do for 2 over 3. Here to make denominator as 15 we have to multiply by 5 and we are getting, that is 10 over 15. So here we got the same denominator for both of these fractions. Now we can add it because the denominator is same, so we can add it, that is 3 plus 10, 13 and over 15. 15 means we are not going to add the denominator. Denominator will be as it is, just we are adding the numerator, means 3 plus 10, that is 13 and 15. It was the denominator, so we are not going to add 15 plus 15. So your result is 13 over 15. Let's see a few more examples. Here we are going to subtract these fractions. So lowest common multiple of 7 and 2, that is 14. So make the denominator same by multiplying by the same number to the denominator and numerator. So here we multiplied the first number 4 over 7 by 2 and 2. Here we are multiplying 1 over 2 by 7 and 7 to get the equivalent fractions, which is having the same denominator. So finally we got 8 over 14 minus 7 over 14. Since the denominator is same, we can subtract the numerator. Means 8 minus 7, that is 1 over 14. So we are getting 1 over 14, that is already in simplest form. So your result is 1 over 14. Let's see how you are going to add mixed fractions. So we will repeat the same process. Since 2 and 3 is the whole number, 2 and 1 is a whole number. So we can add it directly. There's no need to make any changes into this. But 2 over 5 and 1 over 4 having the different denominator. So the lowest common multiple of 5 and 4, we are having 20. So we'll make it equivalent fractions. So we made it 2 over 5, that is equivalent to 8 over 20, and 1 over 4, that is equivalent to 5 over 20. And now we will replace these values. Since 2 plus 1, it comes directly 3, and 5 plus 8, that's 13. So 3 and 13 over 20, that you got the number in mixed form. Let's see how we are going to multiply and divide the fractions. Here we are having 1 over 5 multiplied by 2 over 3. In case of a multiplications, we'll always multiply numerator with the numerators and denominators with denominators. It means 1 times 2 will be getting 2, and 5 times 3 will be getting 15. So we are multiplying it together, so it comes 2 over 15. That's your result. Let's see a few more examples. We are going to multiply these mixed fractions. So before multiplying mixed fractions, we are going to convert these mixed fractions into improper fractions. So how we are going to convert it? Here we have 1 and 3 over 4. 1 and 3 over 4. So we are going to multiply. Here we have 1 and 3 over 4. So we are going to multiply first denominator with the whole number, that is 1, and we will add the numerator. Means 4 times 1, that is 4 plus 3, it comes 7 over 4. Similarly 2 and 1 over 5. We are going to multiply whole number with the denominator, and we are going to add the numerators. Means 5 times 2 plus 1, that is 11 over 5. So that's the way how we are going to convert the mixed fractions to improper fractions. Let's see once again to make it more clear. Here we have 1 and 3 over 4. 1 and 3 over 4. So what we are going to do, first we are multiplying this whole number, that is 1, with 4, and whatever the result comes, we are adding the numerators. Means 4 times 1, that is 4, plus 3, that is 7. So numerators we are getting 7, and denominator will be as it is. So this is the method to convert mixed fractions to improper fractions. Let's see how we are going to multiply it. So we got finally this, and then we'll repeat the same process. We'll multiply numerator with the numerators and denominator with the denominators. So after multiplying, we are getting 77 over 20. Here we are saying the numerator is greater than denominator, means it is improper fractions. Now we are going to convert it into proper fractions. So means mixed and the proper. So we are getting finally the mixed fractions, that is 3 and 17 over 20. Let's see how we are going to divide the fractions. Whatever the number that comes after division, it means you are multiplying just by interchanging the denominator and numerators. So dividing by 3 over 5, it means same as you are multiplying by 5 over 3. What we did, we have interchanged numerator and denominator. So that can be written in the equivalent form, that is 5 over 8 multiplied by 5 over 3. And we'll repeat the same process that we followed to multiply two fractions. So here 5 times 5 over 8 times 3, we got 25 over 24. Now, again, this one is in improper fractions. We are going to change it into mixed number. So here can be written as 1 and 1 over 24. Let's see a few more examples. So here we will be first doing the mixed fractions to improper fractions. That would be 3 over 2 and 11 over 4. So finally we are going to write it in this form, and then we will replace division with multiplication and we will interchange these the improper fractions. So we have interchanged it, that became 4 over 11 and we'll multiply it, and finally we are getting that is 12 over 22. Now we have to see again 12 over 22, although it is proper fractions, but it is not simplest form because we are getting 2 as the common factor of 12 and 22. So we will divide by 2 in both of numerators and denominator. So divide by 2 to get it simplest form. So always we have to give the answer in simplest form. Now we are going to learn about reciprocal of a number. A reciprocal of a number, it's simply as if you are multiplying two numbers, the result must be 1. Means if you are multiplying any of these two numbers, if you are getting the result 1, we are saying 1 is the reciprocal of other. Here we can say 5 is the reciprocal of 1 over 5, or we can say 1 over 5 is the reciprocal of 5, because when we are multiplying these two numbers, we are getting the result 1. So simply to obtain the reciprocal of any number, you will divide 1 by the given number. So reciprocal of 5 is 1 over 5. When we will be asking the reciprocal of 2 over 3, that will be 3 over 2. So let's see the few examples based on reciprocal of a number. Here, what number will be multiplied with 2 over 3, so that you will be getting the result 1. Similarly, 1 over 3 multiplied by what number, you will be getting 1. You can give the try. So I hope that your answer will be same as. Let's see what are the answers. Here we have the possible answers. When you will multiply these two numbers, you will be getting the result 1. Means we can say the each of these two numbers is 1 is the reciprocal of other. So that's for today. That is for today. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.